Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today it's time for my favorite fragrances for the month of October. I know I already posted my favorite for the month of September only 2 weeks ago, but yes, I'm trying to keep up with this type of videos, and yes, I'm a bit late to post them. So let's start with the first one. So the first fragrance was already a favorite of mine for the month of September, I believe. And I already reviewed it also, so I have the video of this fragrance on my channel if you want to watch it. And this is J'adore Infinissime. So this is the last release by Dior, and I really enjoyed this version. It is really beautiful. I enjoyed it last month, I also enjoyed it this month. And this is the creamy white floral. Yeah, this cap, it's I don't know if all the J'adore are like that, but I find the cap not that practical because I'm always afraid to break it, even if it's really beautiful, I must admit it. But yes, I don't know, I'm always afraid to break the cap, I'm sorry. Yeah, but the scent is really beautiful. I believe this one can be quite mass appealing in a sense that it's quite easy to wear. It can be a signature scent to me, an everyday scent. It's a beautiful creamy tuberose, and with the jasmine, it has a hint of rose also. It's a bit fruity in the opening. It is really beautiful. I think this fragrance can be a great gift also in that sense. I think, I don't know, for the moment I know no one who didn't like this fragrance, so I don't know. I hope you won't be the exception, but yes, I really enjoyed it. So this is the first one. The second one was also one of my favorite last month, and I also wore it a lot, yes, this month. So this is Siberian Rose. I really love this fragrance too. It has tuberose also in it, and yes, it has just a hint of rose. It's a bit fruity, and it's also really green. It smells like pine, like walking in a pine forest, and still it's really wearable, and it's not masculine, because I found most of the green piney, can you say piney, fragrances quite masculine, and this one is not at all, because of the white florals, the tuberose, the fruits also, the fruity notes here. And not that I don't like masculine fragrances, I can wear them, but sometimes I'm not really in the mood for them, and I want something, let's say, more fall-like, but smelling green and like pines and trees, but not too masculine. So yeah, in that case, this one is really beautiful. The next fragrance is new fragrance that I bought. I already knew it before, but it was quite a controversial fragrance for me, and it is by Maison Violet. It's Rose Berberanza. So yes, this fragrance, the first time I tried it, I have to be honest, I hated it. I didn't like it at all. I tried it on paper, and I don't know, I didn't like it at all. I'm not really a great fan of the note of pistachio, and has pistachio in it. It's a sweet, really sweet rose. Yes, like almost candied rose, really sweet and fruity. I can smell the fruit here. I believe it's raspberry, and nutty also. Maybe it has nuts or hazelnut and pistachio. To me, I smell violet here. I don't know if it has violet, but today I'm wearing it today, and today the violet, I don't know if it has violet or if it's I wore something with violet precedently. I don't know, but I can smell violet in here. I don't know. I heard no one talking about violet in this fragrance, but I don't know. This is what I'm smelling here, and I really enjoy it. I don't know. I'm in a violet mood, if I could say it, and this is what I'm smelling here. But the rose for sure is the most predominant note here. So you need to like really sweet rose and spicy rose, nutty rose to enjoy this one, because this is quite particular. This is not, to me, this is not a safe blind buy at all. I saw a lot of people talking about this fragrance, and I'm really not sure this is a safe blind buy, but it is really beautiful for me at last. Now, now I really enjoy it. The next one, yes, is a fragrance that I really, really love. And I've been wearing it a lot. It is Bottega Veneta Eau de Velour. I'm quite surprised that this teeny tiny bottle is just missing just a bit of fragrance to me, because I wore it a lot last year and this year. I'm quite surprised that it's not missing more. But this is a beautiful rose and plum fragrance. A bit leathery, but more like suede, I would say, you know, velvety. Like this ribbon, I believe this is really representing the fragrance. Yes, it's representing it really well. And to me, it has also this violet vibe. I don't know, I think violet is not listed also in the note, but I do smell violet here. So I don't know, tell me if you have tried this one, if you think that it smells like violet, or if I'm crazy, I don't know. There's plum for sure and rose, but to me it has, I don't know, something like violet in here. And it is a really great fragrance for fall. Bottega, oh, it's hard to pronounce. Bottega Veneta. I know I don't have the proper accent because I don't speak Italian. But they have really great fragrances, quite inexpensive, and now they are quite hard to find. But if you have the chance to find them, they also have great fragrances for men, which are perfect for fall, and they are also really green, like which one? Bottega Veneta Eau pour Homme Extrême, and the Eau pour Homme also, the EDT, the Eau de Toilette. They are really great fragrances for fall. A bit more masculine. If you like this kind of fragrances, just try them. They are really good quality and for quite a good price too. So the next fragrance was a fragrance by Chanel, and it is 1932. I don't know if you say it in English or in French. Okay, whatever, you understood me. And this fragrance was one part of the fragrance that I got for my birthday. I still need to film my fragrance haul for my birthday. I'm sorry, I still need to film it. I believe it may be my next video. But this fragrance is so multifaceted to me. Like I believe it was created related to the jewel collection, but it does remind me of a diamond in the sense that it smells completely different depending on if you wear it on skin or on paper. To me, it's like day and night. It doesn't smell at all the same, and it's changing and evolving all the time, and sometimes you're getting one facet of the fragrance, sometimes you're getting another one. So this is really an intriguing and interesting fragrance to me, and it smells really beautiful also. So on paper, the first time I tried it, I could smell the pear a lot of jasmine, a hint of vanilla and woods, but on my skin, it smells completely different. I have it here on paper and I have it on my wrist also to be able to talk about it, because they smell completely different from the paper and my skin. And on my skin, it smells more like iris is the first note to me on my skin. Aldehydes, a bit of fruitiness behind, but not the pear is not the main note on my skin at all. A hint of vetiver also, and it's becoming a bit musky and woody also at the end. It's really beautiful. I like it on paper and on my skin. Yeah, it's crazy. On paper, I smell the pear a lot. It's more fruity. Usually, fruity fragrances are more sweet on my skin, and here I believe it's the other way around. It's more almost powdery on my skin. But it's really beautiful too. I really love it. I enjoy it. It's really classy, elegant. This is not the kind of casual fragrance that I would wear every day, or maybe to go to work. I don't know, but it's more for an occasion. I believe this is more this kind of fragrance. But I really enjoyed it this month for sure. Okay, so the next fragrance is Shalimar Parfum Initial. So I already talked about next month's Shalimar, but the initial low si sensuel version, which is greener than this one. Both share the emphasis on the iris. So it smells more like iris than vanilla, I would say, to me. but still you still get the vanilla at the end. It's still between the vintage and modern versions of Shalimar. It's not as vintage, I would say, as the first version, the EDT and the Eau de Parfum. And yes, to me it's really wearable. I wore it a lot. I need to be in the mood also to wear it because it has lots of iris, and to me iris is a note that gives me headache, like aldehydes, for example. So that's the same for me for 1932. I need to be in the mood to wear it. If I'm having headaches, it's not a good period for me. I can't wear this fragrance. But still, I really enjoyed it. Lots of citrus in the opening, like in most of the Shalimar, a bit green, lots of iris, and yes, really beautiful. When I smell it from the cap, I smell more strange. I smell something like almond. I believe the tonka beans that I smell the most here. I have the dry down here with the tonka bean and the vanilla. Yes, it's really beautiful. I love this fragrance. As you can see, I already put a big dent in it, and I had it. This is one of the fragrances also that I got for my birthday. So as you can see, yes, I wore it a lot, and I really enjoyed it more than I could expect. And yes, I'm really happy about that. So after that, I had quite also a period for vanilla this month, and one that I really enjoyed is Acqua di Parma Vaniglia. If it can focus, yeah, almost. So yeah, I really enjoyed these teeny tiny bottles. Just that this fragrance is really beautiful, but quite expensive. I believe it's almost 200 euro in France for. It's already, yeah, already damaged the cap. But yeah, it's only 20 ml for this one, and it was something like 70 euro. But at some point, say, yeah, okay, I will never finish. I believe the big bottle. So I'm trying to buy only small bottles when I can. And this one is the fragrance that I won't be wearing all year long. I believe most for winter and fall. This is a really beautiful woody vanilla. The vanilla is quite creamy yellow vanilla. I don't know how to say it, but I imagine a yellow vanilla. Quite creamy, quite sweet, really aromatic at the same time. Beautiful woods behind. Maybe it has Gaillac wood. I have that impression. I don't know, I didn't check the notes, but this is the impression that I have, and it's really beautiful. The quality of the wood and the vanilla here, it's really good. Yes, I hesitated at some point between Serge Lutein's, what is this one? Is it Féminité du Bois? No, it's Un Bois Vanille, yes, the one with the vanilla. And I don't know, Un Bois Vanille, sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't like it. I don't know, I really hesitated, and it smells more like candy, and I believe it has a bit of licorice also, and I really do prefer this one. This one is more, I don't know, it has something classy at the same time. This is a really beautiful fragrance. It's not too sweet, too in your face, but it smells a lot like vanilla, I don't know. This is really one to try. A beautiful vanilla for fall, and if you love vanilla, you definitely need to try that one, even if it's expensive. Okay, the next one is another vanilla fragrance. It's quite famous also, and I already talked about it, and it is Dior Addict. Yeah, I really enjoyed it this month also. It's a beautiful vanilla, a bit green. Okay, let me spray it. Yes, green vanilla. To me, yes, I don't know how to describe it better than green vanilla. Floral also, white floral, green vanilla. It does remind me of, I'm sorry, this bottle is really dirty because I'm manipulating it a lot, but this fragrance does remind me a lot of Joyeuse Tubereuse by Guerlain. So yes, to me, if you enjoy Joyeuse Tubereuse, maybe you should have a try and give it a try to this one. But I believe if you love Joyeuse Tubereuse, you know that one. But just in case, yes, try this one. It's also a really beautiful vanilla that I really enjoyed for the month of October. The next one is another vanilla fragrance, also green, and by Guerlain. This is Angelique Noir. So this one is also quite famous, but for a good reason. This is a really good vanilla, really green in the opening. You need to like green fragrances because the Angelique here in the opening is really green. Yeah, let me spray it also. Ah, yes. A bit piquant, I say that. It has, it's not spicy, but you know, Angelique, it also have this spicy vibe with the vanilla. Yeah, to me, it's like a green, spicy vanilla, dark vanilla. And yes, I tried Nishane Annie lately, and I was quite surprised because they have quite similarities. They are both green, spicy vanilla, but this one is really, really less spicy than Nishane Annie. To me, Nishane Annie, it smells too much like a kitchen to me. There's too many spices that you use to cook. So I really do prefer this version. I believe it's more elevated, more classy, and less masculine, I would say. To me, Nishane Annie is a bit more masculine. But yes, I really enjoyed Angelique Noir, and I wore it a lot also for the month of October. Okay, as I'm still in the green fragrances, another one that I wore a lot this month and also last month, but I forgot to talk about it, but I already got too many favorites. And this is a fragrance by Guerlain. It is Baiser de Russie. So this fragrance basically is, to me, smells like red fruits with a bit of pine notes and lots of vanilla behind. It's quite sweet also. It does remind me a lot of Mon Guerlain, but without the lavender. This is strange. Mon Guerlain without the lavender, it's hard to picture it, I believe, but imagine that instead of having lavender, you have some pine green notes and some fruits, red fruits like cranberries. And this is what you have here. The vanilla is extremely similar to me. The Jada is extremely similar, but it's greener. It's more, yeah, full maybe. Even if lavender for fall is, yeah, I really do enjoy lavender, and for fall it's good too. But I don't know. I believe if you love Mon Guerlain, you will also like this fragrance a lot. This is from the Parisian collection, so this is quite expensive also. I was quite lucky to buy it from someone who had it like a gift and didn't want it. But yes, otherwise I believe in France it's 230 euro the bottle. So yeah, they are really beautiful, these bottles. I don't like the, how you say, the sprayer, you know, this puff. To me it's not practical, so I decant just a little bit, not from this bottle, so but I had some samples of this fragrance, and I put the quite generous samples that they are giving at Guerlain. So I believe it's almost 5 ml the sample. So I had 2 samples and I put them in this little bottle that is really more handy. I don't know, it's really more practical. The sprayer is really better than the I don't know, the sprayer that they are giving with this bottle. And yes, I really enjoyed it. I wore it a lot. I would say that these fragrances are really delicate from this collection. They are really delicate and beautiful, but these are not the kind of fragrances that would last a long time and project a lot and be quite in your face. This is a bit more in this collection that you will have this kind of fragrances. But these ones are really delicate fragrances. So if you want something that projects that's in your face, and this is definitely not a collection for you, because yes, also I'm quite disappointed not by this projection. This is not something that interests me. I'm more interested by the scent, but the lasting power, I don't know, sometimes I feel like it could be a bit better, but still, it's still a beautiful fragrance. The next one is also in this collection, and it is Mademoiselle Guerlain. I don't know if I talked about this fragrance last month, but I really enjoyed this fragrance this month. I enjoyed it a lot. I remember also for spring, I believe. Oh my god, I almost let the bottle fall on the ground. Oh, yes, it's so beautiful. You really have this Guerlain DNA in these fragrances. You have this Guerlainade with beautiful jasmine, or yes, orange blossom with a this marshmallow note. This is so beautiful. I believe in the orange blossom marshmallow fragrances that you have on the market. Actually, I have some of them. But I believe this is my favorite one because it also has this Guerlain DNA that is so beautiful, and this is such a great fragrance. I really love it. I believe this is my favorite one from this collection. Mon Précieux Nectar is also really great, but this one is really my favorite one. I love it so much. Yeah, I think I would be really sad without this fragrance. Yeah, it's just beautiful. And yes, I had at that point also an orange blossom period, I would say. So another one that I wore this month too was OSCarine by Sylvan de la Courte. And I really enjoyed her fragrances. I tried the vanilla ones, the orange blossom ones, and what is the other one? The first collection, the musk collection. And at the end, I really enjoyed more the orange blossom collection, which is normally not my favorite note, but I really enjoyed in this one that it's an orange blossom, a bit sweet. I believe it has something like fruits also in it. Something fruity, but it has also some green notes, and I believe it has pine in it, or juniper, I don't know, but this is the kind of fragrances I was longing for, like this one. It's like something between these two, you know, and it's really beautiful. She has so many great fragrances. They are not also in the projection, you know, in this performance, you know, this kind of fragrances, they are not in the performance, but they are really in the scent, the quality of the ingredients and the scent. This is still in the same mood that this fragrance is from Guerlain, but I believe this is normal because Sylvan used to work for Guerlain and she was nose for Guerlain. She created some of their fragrances and she was their responsable formation. How do you say that? Okay, I will put the name otherwise. And yes, she worked a long time in Gala, and she, for sure, she's marked by her work with Gala, and this is definitely something that you can smell in her work and in her fragrances. But this is really something that I do appreciate too. And she has her own way of doing fragrances. So I really like her fragrances. If you haven't tried them, you love Guerlain, please try Sylvan de la Courte fragrances. Okay, the next one is maybe not a surprise if you've seen my previous video. So, and it is Love by Kilian. Love Don't Be Shy, I believe. And, oh, focus, here. Okay, it's a bit dirty too. And this fragrance, it's a really sweet orange blossom with marshmallow. So you need to like really sweet fragrances, which is not necessarily my type of fragrances. But I found this one really beautiful and really gourmand fragrance. I was craving so much for marshmallow after wearing this one. But I don't know, I found it so beautiful and really well made that I really enjoyed it and I wore it a lot. So yes, it was quite expensive. I believe it's only 50 ml and 150 euro for this is quite expensive. Yes, this is the price that I paid, but maybe it's 200 euro for this. I got a discount for it. I waited for a 25% discount at Sephora, otherwise I found it was too expensive for only 50 ml fragrance. But yes, it's beautiful. So voila, I got it and I really enjoyed it. So hopefully. And the next one is one of my favorite from Gala again, and this is definitely not the same kind of fragrance, but this is Encens Mythique. I already talked about it. I believe I bought this fragrance in summer, but this is most the kind of fragrance that you wear for fall and winter. I talked about this fragrance in my last video, if you haven't seen it yet, about the 4 elements video. And it was my fragrance for fire, because yes, to me in the opening it has lots of pepper, pink pepper. It depends. This fragrance is changing all the time to my nose. This is also my fragrance, how do you say étalon in English. This is a good way for me to check if my nose is working properly. If I have a doubt, I'm using this fragrance. If I can smell it perfectly, it's okay. If I cannot smell it at all, but I'm really meaning it, like at all, it means I'm having issues with my nose again. So since the month of March, I believe I had issues with my nose. I know I did the COVID test and all this kind of tests and blah 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 several times, but they said no, that I didn't get it. But I don't know, at some point I couldn't smell it at all, so I was spraying it again and again and again. I was barely smelling it, and my boyfriend was entering the room or coming back from the office at the end of the day, say, "Oh my god, it smells so strong in here, what is it?" I say, what is it? Smells bad? No, it smells really good, but it smells so strong. Oh, it's coming from you. But I cannot smell anything, how come? And it was this fragrance. So yeah, and otherwise when I'm smelling it, it's really beautiful. It has ambergris and rose. To me, they are the main notes, with the aldehydes. And incense, I'm not really sure that it has incense in it. A bit of smokiness, I would say, more than, yeah, it has a bit of smokiness. It is completely an oriental fragrance, and it's really beautiful. Okay, so I had to try to make some space, because definitely I had a lot of favorites also this month. So the next one is a fragrance that I tried this month, and I really enjoyed it so much that I bought a bottle, even if I'm trying to get into a slow buy period after all these fragrances that I bought for the month of September for my birthday. And this fragrance is by Maison Violet, and it's called Pourpre d'automne. So I got quite curious about this house, because I watched a video from Clémence, from CC Fragrances, and I think I saw other YouTubers talking about this house too. Delphine also, for the Belgian people who are watching. Her channel is Parfum. And she talked also about this house, and I was trying them. I bought the sample, the discovery kit, and this is really the one that I enjoyed the most, without any surprise, because when I read the notes, I say, okay, I believe this one would be for me. So this is a violet fragrance with the iris, and has also some plum note, a bit of oak moss, and this is completely the kind of fragrance that I love. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. This is a beautiful violet. To me, violet is really the most important note here, more than iris. It's a bit powdery, of course, but not too much. It's really beautiful. It's a dark violet, velvety, a bit sweet, fruity, really beautiful. I really love it. I like their bottle, but to be honest, the only thing that I don't like is the cap. You know, I'm quite... this cap is really heavy. Like, it reminds me of an enclume. Okay, I will put the word in English. And it's really heavy. The bottle otherwise is really nice. Yes, when it's not that as dirty. But I really like the bottle. But the thing is that the cap is not really tight. I mean, if you're taking the fragrance by the cap, it can, yes, it can lose. So I was really afraid once or twice to break the bottle. I almost break it. So, and the thing is that it's so loud that when you put the bottle on the table, if you're not really, it's not really steady, the fragrance can, how do you see, go on one way or the other, but it can break. So I don't know, I'm always putting it like this or in the box, because I'm too afraid if I let it like that it's gonna break, because this cap is too heavy for the bottle. I'm sorry, but I don't know, this is important too, I believe, the design of the bottle. It's not that I don't like the design. If the even if, I don't know, look, I prefer maybe a long cap than a cap like that. I don't know. But to me, it's too heavy for the bottle. But still, it's a really beautiful fragrance. I have nothing about the fragrance, but the cap, no, it's a no. Okay, the next fragrance also that I tried lately, when I tried J'adore Infinissime, I also tried this one to compare. And this is not the one I compared the fragrance with last month, but this is the other one that is close to this one too. Okay, you'll see. It is J'adore Hollow. So this is their Essence de Parfum version. So I believe this is like extract, and this is more concentrated. It's still a creamy floral. It has some tuberose, but really less tuberose than the Infinissime version. This one is more about the ylang ylang and a beautiful creamy vanilla behind. So this is also a perfect one for fall. I really enjoyed it, and I wore it also after trying it. So this is great favorite. The only thing that I don't like also, I'm sorry about it, but it's this cap. I almost broke the bottle the day I got it because I was taking it like that, and it was not I don't know, tight enough for the bottle. And if you're not, even when you're putting back the cap, you see, if you're not just in front of it, of this little marks here, then it's not getting properly, and then you think the cap is okay, then it's not, and you're taking the bottle and I don't know what are they doing with this bottle. This bottle is so expensive. They can do something about it, because this is the extract, and I believe it's usually 120 euro something. I was lucky enough to find it for 80 euro, but otherwise it's 120 euro, I believe, for only 40 ml, which for a designer is quite expensive. But it does worth it. It's a beautiful, so I said creamy white and yellow florals, but this is more dressed up, can you say that? This is the fragrance. This is not something that I would wear casually. To me, it's a fragrance that you would wear for an event, like, I don't know, maybe going to a wedding, or, yes, having a fancy night outside. Not for this year, unfortunately, but you know what I mean. If you're going out, you see this? Yeah. This is the kind of fragrance that I would wear maybe to go to a fancy restaurant or for a birthday. This is more the kind of fragrance you would wear for an occasion, because it's strong, it's really beautiful, but it's not a casual fragrance. It does remind me a bit of Gucci, what is it, the pink one, the chain for the nymph. This is this kind of fragrance. The ylang ylang brings this tropical vibe, but this classy vibe, like in the Chanel beige. And yes, it's really beautiful. It's great quality. The jasmine is really beautiful in it. The vanilla behind is really nice. It's a warm white floral, something perfect for fall and winter. It's quite strong. I tried it, the first time I tried it, I put it on my wrist, then I was taking my shower and came back of the shower, and it was still smelling on my wrist. It's really good. I enjoy it. I love it. Okay, so I don't have many more, hopefully, to talk about. So the next one is a fragrance that I have in the travel size. This is quite an inexpensive fragrance, but still really, really good one. So same thing. If you love vanilla, I believe you need to try this one. Let me spray it on paper. Yeah. So this fragrance is by Essentiel Parfum, and it is Divine Vanille. This is quite an inexpensive fragrance. I got this bottle for 13 euro, I believe. I don't remember what's the price of the full bottle. Maybe it's 17 euro. I don't know. But yes, if you love vanilla, I think you'd like this one. It's a completely unisex vanilla. It's a woody vanilla, not sweet. Really nice, maybe a bit spicy. You can smell a bit of spices here. And yes, it's just good. I heard people comparing it to Spirituous Double Vanille. I'm not completely sure about that. It's not boozy. It's more wood. It's woody, but not boozy. But still, it's good. It's good quality. I tried it before going to bed, and my boyfriend told, yes, I don't know. He made a joke like, "Oh, for once you're smelling good." Okay, I always smell good. Don't make this joke to me. And yes, this is also a good scent to go to bed. The vanilla is quite comforting, but still it's not too sweet. It's not something like overly sweet to go to bed. I hate sweet fragrances to go to bed. Yes, but I like vanillas to go to bed. So yeah, it's quite comforting. It's good, but it's good for the day also. And it's woody behind, so it's perfect for the season too. So this one's also a good favorite this month. And the last one, whew. Yes, almost finished. So the last one is a sample that I tried this month, and this is a new fragrance by État Libre d'Orange, and it is Exit the King. So let me spray it so I can talk about it too. Yes, I was quite surprised about this fragrance. I didn't expect anything. Honestly, I didn't know. They make quite artistic fragrances. They are really... I like that they are, you know, they have a concept and they go really straight into it, and I like that with this house. And I don't know what was the concept of this fragrance, but when I smelled it, yes, when I smelled it, I think I get it. So this fragrance to me smells a lot clean. It's a really clean fragrance. Smells a lot like soap and oak moss, I believe. So these are the first notes that I'm getting. So this is, to me, a barbershop scent, but I'm smelling lots of jasmine, I believe, behind. And I don't know, there is a balance in this fragrance. There are some notes coming that making this fragrance more feminine, I would say. So this is strange, but I described it on, I talked about this fragrance already on Instagram, and I described it as a barbershop feminine scent. Yeah, because you have a real balance to me between this soapy masculine notes with the oak moss and the soap, with balance with the jasmine and the patchouli also in the base. So to me, yes, this is a completely unisex barbershop scent, and yes, a bit feminine too. I don't know. This is not something completely masculine, and this is quite surprising for this kind of fragrance. So I could wear it, I would enjoy wearing it, I wore it a few times, and I like to try it on my wrist at night. What I was thinking about it, this is really something that I enjoyed trying this month. I couldn't think about even buying a bottle of this, because I believe now I love this even more than Jasmin Cigarette. More than You or Someone Like You. I don't know, maybe I love them both, but equally maybe. And yes, to me this is a really good one to try. I think they play on words here with the Exit the King to, I don't know, to say that it was exit the masculine part of the barbershop scent. I don't know. I don't know what they meant by it, but I believe it was the concept of the fragrance, making traditional masculine fragrance and make it and transform it into something more unisex or feminine. And if that was the case, that was the concept behind that name, I believe they did it perfectly. And yes, this is a good one that I enjoyed too this month. Voila, so it was quite a long list this month. Lots of fragrances also that I've been wearing. I hope that I won't have so many fragrances next month. I don't know yet. We'll see. And yes, I hope that you enjoyed my list. I hope that you enjoyed the fragrances for this month of October. Tell me what you've been wearing this month, and tell me also if you've tried these fragrances, if you like them. And I hope to see you soon in my next video. Bye!